This is Soy,
And this is Ciara.
and you're listening to Hair and Whatever.
Unfiltered salon talk. Hey, y'all.
What's up? What's up?
So this is Soy, and I am
Hey.
Ciara. And today we have a special guest on the show.
Yes. How y'all doing, ladies?
His name is...
Charles
Hey.
J. They call me CJ though.
Yes.
Tell
a
us-
male guest. Yes.
Woo,
Tell
woo,
us a
woo, woo, woo.
Trying to bring in the,
Male
male...
energy.
Yes.
No problem.
Tell us a little bit about what you do, who you are.
Okay. IG name is I am Charles J. I am a primary dad. I'm a father.
Shout out to all the fathers out there.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Doing their
absolutely.
job.
Doing their job. Not baby daddy's fathers. Absolutely.
Exactly.
I dabble in fashion. My prime income is credit. I try to do seminars and teach people and kids, more so about building credit and do taxes as well.
That's awesome.
So my thing is all about just being that community figure and just trying to help push the future, push forward the kids and everybody in the community and so on and so forth.
Okay.
Pretty much it to sum me up.
Cool.
Absolutely.
We love that.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
You love it. I love it. We all love it.
Sweet.
All right. So what we talking about, Soy?
How we talking about today? So what we talking about? Always the question, right?
So how do you feel about natural hair, about the natural hair community? So we're going to be asking CJ that because...
Really?
Well,
Yeah.
Charles Jackson.
Might get into a little bit of hair on hair or
Man.
whatever.
But from
Okay.
the male's
For the
perspective.
male,
Yes.
exactly.
Yes.
And
yes,
then
no
we're
problem.
talking about fatherhood since Father's Day is coming up.
That's
Absolutely.
So
right. By the time this
Absolutely.
airs, it'll be like after Father's Day, but
But
still,
still,
it's the month of Father's Day.
every
you
day
know?
is Father's Day, just
Exactly.
like Mother's
Every
Day
day
is...
is Mother's Day.
Right.
Correct.
Exactly.
Correct.
So, but first, let's get into our hair crown of the week, which
so
is
fly.
Ciara. She just
Nice.
recently did the big chop, as you guys can see.
So did she?
Yeah, she
Really?
did.
She
I
already
saw
chopped
that.
that?
She just chopped it
cool.
up.
That's cool.
And it doesn't look bad either. It looks
Yeah,
nice.
it's
like
good.
it.
I love it.
Yeah, she looks so chic and like she's giving me like 1920s.
It fits
vibe.
her very well because she has like that slim face.
Yeah.
You know.
Correct.
She's
doing
giving
her
me
High
like
cheekbones.
Harlem.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Harlem Renaissance.
Right.
here. And where is this? Where can they see this?
Well, she posted this on her
On her
Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Ciara.
And she did like a little video too, like
Of
that
her
she
cutting her hair off?
Really?
I
That's
saw
so
them
awesome.
yesterday. Yeah.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah.
See, look at that.
Nice.
I love when women just like cut off their hair and just not,
Embrace it.
and embrace
Embrace it.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
hair. It's just hair.
It's
Right.
just
It'll grow. So let's get into our hair portion. How do men feel about the natural hair community? I know you obviously you can't talk about all the men,
Yes.
Yeah.
I can just
but you
my
can give us your
preference.
take on how you feel about it.
I love it. I love natural hair.
Do you even know what natural hair is?
I'm going with no chemicals inside of it.
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
All right. I got you, brothers.
Right.
Yeah. If I had to say, I say no chemicals. And for
Right.
me, it's just any hairstyle. We speak about this briefly. Is hair is wearing it with confidence. I
Right.
think you can wear if you want to wear your natural hair, wear it. Just wear it with confidence. If you want to have your hair down to your feet, just wear it with confidence. Whatever it is you want to do. But me personally, I like natural hair.
Yeah.
I do. I really do. And I like to pull it. So
Okay.
that makes things even better.
Right. Find out, Jessica.
Yeah.
So obviously we were gonna ask you, are you a natural hair discriminator? But it doesn't seem like you
No.
are.
Yeah,
Not at
we
all.
were gonna ask you about because some men have like a thing with like different textures and stuff like that. Are you even
No.
cognizant of the textures?
No. But I've heard, barbershop talk when they talk
what-
about these
tell
bundles.
us.
Tell
Tell
us.
us what
Yes.
they talk about in the barbershop.
Yeah, well, barbershop is a business.
Right.
So when we talking about bundles and how much these cost, that's when it's
Right.
just like, oh, okay. So that hair is better. All
Right.
right. That's coming from Persia. Okay. So yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it. But I don't know too much about it.
Like the difference. So you can't tell like the difference, like say like her texture or my texture.
No.
No?
No,
Okay.
I just know yours is straight and hers is curly.
Gotcha.
Right.
I guess it took down, some plaiting. My mother used to plait her hair the night before and then
No,
untake
this
it.
is
What?
this is just water, baby.
Really? That's good hair. Okay. That might have came from Persia.
It's amazing. That's so funny. The lady at the
Yeah.
hair show actually thought that
Yeah,
was
that
like
was bundles.
Really?
Bundles
But
in her
my hair
hair.
naturally curls like this.
That's
like,
nice.
I
You're
look-
winning.
This is wash and go. Like seriously.
Really?
Like I wash
That's
it
good.
and go.
That's good. Yeah. I feel that. I feel that.
But back to the barbershop talk.
That's it. That's it for the barbershop.
Oh, no, we want to know. Come on. You already started. You brought it in. You brought it up.
Yeah, go ahead.
No,
Talk to
but
me.
have you heard like some males like saying like, oh well, I'm into like straight hair. Like if she has like that curly.
Well, everybody got their
nappy shit.
preference.
Right.
Everybody got their preference, but I don't think it's just like, yo, we're just against nappy heads. No,
Right.
it's just, just wear it with confidence.
Right.
Just wear it with
That's your
confidence.
that's your opinion.
He ain't telling us.
Yeah,
Now come on, like this is like
Yeah, men
unfiltered
talk, but men
salon talk.
I understand that, but we're in a barbershop, right? So in the barbershop, men gonna be men, as in the salon, women gonna be women, right?
I get
So,
it.
He
Okay.
don't want, he don't want to break cold, ladies.
Oh,
men
come
out here. He don't want to break cold. So we asked a couple of. We asked I guess on the show, like, how do you feel about like women when they wear their natural hair and stuff like that, but at night, like with the head wrap, like the bonnets and
Okay.
stuff like
Right.
that.
Like, how do you feel about that?
How do you feel?
when I had hair, right,
Okay.
I wear do-rag.
Okay.
So
Right.
who am I to say that you can't wear your bonnet?
Right.
But it definitely sets a tone.
What kind of tone? That's hilarious.
Come on, CJ. Like
Right. Don't be shy now.
Yeah, no, we can't. It's like on Father's Day, and we over here talking about hair and barbershop talk.
This is just a
But-
little portion. We're gonna get into the fatherhood day.
Nah, I'm digging. But yeah, I don't mind it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind it, but I prefer you without it.
right.
But I understand. Like me, when I had hair, I want to keep my waves slick, so I'm
Right.
putting a do-rag on. I understand. Y'all got this bonnet. Y'all got this thing that wrap around. Y'all tucked up underneath. Like, it's a lot
Right.
going on there. And I
We gotta
understand. Y'all got
wrap
to
it.
preserve that hair
Yeah.
because it's like, and I understand I'm saying you preserving it because if not, I got to pay for that. So
Exactly.
Right.
preserve that shit. Know what I mean? Like, okay.
Or we gonna take a really long time in the morning
Absolutely.
trying to get ready.
Absolutely.
You know, and you be ready to go, and we'll be in there for 2 hours.
Exactly, but her man was like, we had him on the show, and he was saying like, we're gonna ask all males that are on the show about this, like the bonnet and the
Yeah.
their take on it.
Yeah.
But like, how about when it comes to sex?
Well, that's why. That's why I understand it, but it creates that, like you're not your sexiest form with it on. I mean, I'm not looking at that bonnet like, oh my gosh.
what
You
did
know what I mean?
what did Chris say?
I think he was like, nah.
He was
I
like,
can't, yeah, he was like,
he
he's
said,
like, straight. I can't remember, but he
no,
was
he was like, well, come on now. At this point, like he just embraces you because
Right.
you know,
Yeah,
like
you got no
that's-
choice.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you're not looking at her hair to determine who she is. I mean,
Right.
you're looking at her natural beauty and saying, okay, this is cool. All right, today's bonnet night. Know what I mean? I got it.
said it's
Depending on
bonnet
how
night.
I'm feeling, it doesn't even matter what you got on your head.
Right.
Ideally, I would rather not,
Right. Obviously.
Obviously.
Yeah.
maybe like, what is it, like maybe two months into the relationship when the women release the
Unleash the bonnet?
Yeah. That's the word I'm looking for.
Right.
Yeah.
Me, I don't care if it's 2 months or 2 weeks. I just want to see who you are.
That's
Right.
true.
So for me, I'm rare in that form of, I don't want to meet your representative. So,
Yeah.
if this
Oh,
is,
straight
this
out the
is-
gate. She
Straight
can
out the
go
gate.
straight out the
Throw it
gate
on.
with
You want to
this-
poop? You want to burp? Let me know. Know what I mean, now I know where we going with this. Okay.
right.
Know what I mean, but
Hey, you a little gassy,
yeah,
okay?
all right.
You
One of those
that
days.
type of
Know what I
girl.
mean?
Right, right.
cool. Let's not wait 2
Yeah,
months to try to
like,
figure out what's going on
That's
here.
another
Like,
thing
nah.
that we spoke
Talk
about.
about,
Yeah.
uh-huh.
Like, I do not fart. I don't.
Listen.
Some don't. Some
Yeah.
don't. I know y'all doing it somewhere. It's,
Yeah, exactly.
it's coming out
I don't
somewhere.
care.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But
I don't care.
But let's talk about it.
Right, let's go right.
So how do you feel about your girlfriend doing a big chop? Like if she goes ahead and she's like, I want to cut it all off.
man, it's gonna hurt me. It's
Really?
gonna hurt me. It would really hurt me because I like natural hair. I like long hair. But overall, I love for you to wear your hair with confidence again.
Right.
So at the end of the day, it is her head. You
Right.
understand? And I'm no one to tell someone what to do when I just curled up my mustache for like a whole 5 months. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right,
So
right.
I tried
It's
different.
gone. I see it. It's
Yeah.
gone.
So I tried different styles because that's just me. I just wake up and I want to reinvent myself and I want to try different things. I'm going to do so. But so for her, I want her to express herself any fashion or form. If you want to chop it, chop it. Just know that process of growing back is always a beast sometimes.
Oh, it is.
You know what I mean? It's like a guy growing his hair, them little braid stages, then the puff. It's just like,
yes. I'm
bad.
surprised you even know about that.
It's bad.
Because we speak
It's
about
bad.
that all the time, how there's like that in between stage
Yeah, in
where
between
it's
stages.
like
Whew.
it's uncomfortable.
It's-
And for a
yes.
female, I think it's more uncomfortable.
I'm pretty sure.
Because it's like your hair is like everything. Women are known for their hair. Like that's,
Yes.
part of a woman.
But
Her-
it goes
her
back to that,
crown.
and you have to have that confidence.
Right.
Exactly.
Because it's gonna change, especially when somebody do like. I understand we was just talking about Ciara and how she chop her hair, but how about the young lady that played in what's that, Love and Basketball, when she did a video.
yeah.
Oh, Sanaa, right?
Sa-
When she
Sanaa
did,
Layton.
So now Lathan, yeah.
because
Yeah.
she did that movie.
That movie, and she cut it bald, but she
yeah.
showed you the stages as she was
Yeah,
cutting. And it was just
right.
like,
And she was so pretty with her hair.
absolutely,
Like that.
absolutely.
Gorgeous.
But
She
she
wore
had
it
that
with
confidence
confidence.
too.
Yeah,
she
she
had to
did.
wear like, I'm doing this, for all these
Right.
people, following me. It's just like, hey, I mean, you gotta
Right.
wear that.
Yeah.
Now I know when you go home, it's just like, oh my gosh.
And
like,
her
I just
hair
cut
was
my
long.
And her hair was very long.
Yeah.
Her hair was very long. So
Yeah, I've done that plenty of times.
So
yeah,
you're not against it.
I'm not against it. It's your hair. It's your hair. It's gonna hurt me. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it's going to hurt me. It's
Right.
going to hurt me. But and that's because I was raised with my mother, my sister, cousins. Like I had a lot of ladies, so all I knew was just like long hair and just natural hair. Yeah, they
Right.
might press, go up to the Dominicans up top,
Right.
up in Harlem, Bronx, whatever, and then come back.
He
But
from New York too.
yes,
Okay.
absolutely, Brooklyn. So for me, it's just it's your hair. Wear it with confidence. If you feel the need to chop it, I'm gonna love you all the way through. You understand? So that's what it is.
I see. I hear that. I can
Yeah.
respect that.
So, what advice would you give a woman who didn't embrace her hair, or
I think I've been
Have
saying
you-
it. Just wear it with
just
confidence.
wear it with confidence, right?
You just gotta wear it with
Okay.
confidence. Anything you do in life, because if you don't believe it, people ain't gonna believe it.
Right.
That's just in anything. If you go into anything in life, like I want to be a rapper, but I'm doing it part time. People's not gonna believe you. You're
Yeah.
not gonna get that cult following. But when you put your chest out and you focus on the prize, the people start to believe it. And that's a little bit, I know we ain't talking about my events yet, but that's how I just started. It just started with something, I wanted to do, and I had some male figures and some female friends that was just more so they seen me doing, and they're just like, all right, how can I help?
Right.
How can I be a part? And now I'm looking like, oh shit, like we got something. Like I'm looking and
Right.
seeing how it moving. Like
And everybody's just gonna fall in place.
Everybody gonna
because-
fall in place.
because you wearing your hair with confidence. But let's
'Cause you
say,
wear it
let's
with
just say,
confidence.
like, my homegirl Jessica. Let's just say she's like, feeling down about her hair, and like she's like not wearing no weaves, not wearing no nothing,
Clip-ins.
no clip-ins, no nothing. Like, what would you tell her, like, to uplift her? Like, as far as like, you see that she's down and she's in the mirror, she's looking at herself.
Yeah, well,
Because sometimes it's hard for women to wear it, with confidence.
Yeah, because
they
there's-
attach like hair to a lot.
and now I'm listening to y'all. I think that's where the male coming at. They have you have to reinsure that confidence.
Right.
Me again, being raised with my sister, my cousins, and my mother with women, I witnessed that. You understand? I didn't know at the time, but when I see my sister change up her hair from gold or short, and doing, at this point, in time, it's just more so. You're beautiful,
Yeah.
That's sis, you rocking that. I see you, yes. You know what I mean? So I talk and I joke like that because with my sister and with female friends I have, it's just to reinsure that. When they come out, I got a lot of female friends. So when they come out of the house and they feel like they doing it, but when you know your friend and she's just like, she trying something and she's looking for you to just
give her validation.
Yeah. And that's what you gotta
all
do.
Women do.
All women. So that's why I wanted to I didn't want to speak just, particular on Jess, but just in everybody. You just gotta reinsure that as that man.
Yeah. Right.
As that
what
father,
if you don't like it?
as that daughter. You have to reinsure it. That's what you gotta do. That's what you signed up for. You know what I mean?
Even if you don't like it?
If you don't like it?
Yeah. So
look at you. You a good boyfriend.
Nah. So listen. Because I was looking at a TV show and he was speaking a little bit about that. I think it might be at Steve Harvey, but he was
Steve.
Uncle Steve. So in those circumstances, you got to reinsure that. So I know a lot. I know my sister. I know my kid. They didn't like my mustache, right? I had it curled up. They're like, "What are you doing?" Right? You Mr. Monopoly. Like,
wait a minute. So what you mean by curled up? I
had the corners like curled
up. Did
up.
you really?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's hilarious.
Like absolutely. So, and a lot of people hated it, right? So with my son, it was I took that moment to reinsure to him of having confidence. And are you gonna always change when people don't like how you look? Like, you gotta wear it. You understand? And I come into the school, I'm like, "Yo, Dad, you gonna wear your mustache like that?" I'm like, yeah, like I am. You know what I mean? And then when I go there, and his friends like, "Hey, Chandler's dad, hey, I like your mustache," and he's just like, "Oh, I see it now.
Right. Okay.
I get it." And I say, "Job well done, Dad." You know what I mean? Just stick it out. So I say the same thing to a woman. As the man, we have a place to reinsure. Hey, you look beautiful, right? Like, however you feel. All right, cool. What is it? What is it you're not feeling? Is it the bang? Do we need to put the bang to the side? You know what I mean? Do we need to put it behind the ears?
Oh, look at you. Even knowing some little placements of the hair.
But it's just to reinsure. It goes hand in hand when you think about it now that you put it in that perspective. Because a lot of time, I don't have that confidence. So we have to reinsure. And that's a big part of it. So.
But I honestly want to hear, like, sometimes when it doesn't look right,
Don't get me wrong.
Listen, I don't want you letting me walk out the house looking all crazy.
Yeah,
and that's why he was just like, maybe you gotta put it to the side.
Yeah, right. That's what we gotta figure out. But don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna act like I'm the perfect person here. I am blunt. So if something I don't feel, I'm just. But
it has to be about your delivery too.
Yeah, that's it. That's why I said it's how you put it.
What the fuck you doing now? What
is
that shit?
And sometimes off an instinct, I might say something. I have to catch myself like, nah, that's not how you should have said that.
Yeah,
you understand? Like,
it's about delivery.
Yeah.
Always.
So when I hear y'all, I say, from a male's perspective, I say, you know what, you're right. We're supposed to reinsure, so I'm sorry. But yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I see you. He's a good boyfriend.
He's a good job, Jess. Good job.
You got a good one. All right. So let's get into the slipped into the DMs. So we have
saying now.
Chloe. She's from Austin. She's asking, you guys are always talking about eating healthy food for healthy hair. What are some of the foods you guys recommend?
Well, Chloe, I know. I think like supplements are important. I think I like what is it? Moringa. It's really good. It has like it's like a superfood that's really good. Fruits and vegetables, water. I eat avocado like every single day.
Same here.
Like
Same
avocado
day.
is everything.
Appreciate it, Jess.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I can eat avocado. I mean,
avocado and kale is my go-tos.
Yes, avocados are really good.
Fish.
Anything with antioxidants in it. Protein. Omegas.
And you want to have like a supplement, like a collagen.
Collagen is really good. I
biotin.
have this biotin. I have I bought this like collagen, I think off of Amazon or something. It's it's vegan, so it's vegan, and I put it in my smoothies. Acai, whatever. Acai.
I'm with you.
Potato. What else? Pitaya, a dragon fruit. that's really good.
Yeah, I think everything is mostly about like just eating healthy.
Yeah, eating
You know,
clean,
just
eating-
changing and not always like doing it like, you know, people think going like cold turkey and not eating like what they're, you know,
accustomed to. Whatever.
but it's all about balance.
Yeah.
So, you know, take gradual steps, like incorporate like more more veggies, or, you know, do it slowly. Maybe do more broccoli, or do, you know, like just
Moderation.
Exactly.
It doesn't have to, because I didn't get here from one day. You know what I'm saying? Like eating healthy. It started like maybe 7-8 years ago.
Right.
When I started my healthy hair journey and
Yeah.
just healthy eating in general, because I just wanted a different lifestyle.
Right.
You know, so just, you know, do your research. Google is
Yeah.
everything.
Google is everything.
Yeah.
Google give you too much
And YouTube.
information. And yeah.
There's so many like information out there that you can just, you know, play around with food too. Like see what
Exactly.
you like. Do, you know, you could chef it up, do different spices.
And I recommend, you know, having a strong plant-based diet. I mean, you know, it's cool if you eat meat too, but I'm just saying, like, just incorporate.
Soy is a vegetarian, so
So I'm always advocating. But I'm just saying,
Really?
like, even if you don't, you
How
know,
long? Sorry to cut you off,
years.
but
It's been
years?
Yeah. I used to be vegan, like, back in the day, but then I got pregnant and that was
Okay.
it.
and we like cheese.
And I like
she likes
cheese
cheese too.
Yeah.
Same here.
Yeah, which
Same
is bad
here.
for you, I know, but
Yes.
I mean, it's good.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, like, you know, just really like try to do a lot of fruits and veggies.
Yeah, that's everything.
Now, for a person like myself, it's just all about eating healthy, right? But I also, you know, I look at my parents. My dad is 86, and I say he eats everything,
Right.
right? And I say, well, it ain't hurt nobody, right? Because
Right.
that's normally what my mother tell me, like, boy, you
Right.
better eat that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's the last we got. You understand? You talking about eating healthy, like, you understand? But,
But back in the day, their industry was a little different than our industry.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Things are
Yeah,
very
it's
different, like all the hormones and
that
all
they
the
put in
like
food
antibiotics
and-
that they're putting in the foods and everything.
And Monsanto and just like all, you know, like the way they grow the food, the GMOs, all of that stuff. And they didn't really have all of that, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they were doing a lot of working too. Like they
Yes.
were doing a lot of physical. Because people, if you look back in the day, even at the 70s, people were much smaller than they are
Correct.
now, you know?
Yeah.
Correct.
So,
Correct.
and we
I
have
agree.
an overabundance of food too. And just
Okay.
all of these like lab created foods that are like inside the aisles of the supermarket.
Right.
Like
When you're
Cheetos.
supposed
What
to
the fuck
be
is a Cheeto?
You're supposed to be shopping on the outside of the
Right.
supermarket.
Like I'm sure your
Yeah.
grandfather wasn't eating
My
Cheetos back in the day. Like
I
what is
wouldn't- I
that? With
couldn't-
blue number 5 and all this
Blue
stuff.
number 5. What is blue number 5?
You
What
know
is
what I mean?
blue number?
Yellow
I don't know
number
what that
3.
is.
Like
What is
what
that?
is
The
it's
coloring
lab
of the
food.
food.
It's the
Oh,
coloring.
really?
Yeah. If
Really?
you look on
Never
the
heard
back
that.
of the food, you'll see
Yes.
like all this like yellow this, blue this. It's straight lab food, you know? And it's all these preservatives in the fruit. Just it's not natural. The body doesn't know what to do with that stuff.
Do you
So,
feel more energized?
I do.
Because that's most important for me. I notice, you know, how I eat, and some of my friends that's, you know, work out,
Yeah.
they just always speak on, listen, if you eat healthier, you'll definitely be a little,
Yeah.
you know, have a lot more
Because the
energy.
food is like getting you full, and it's you're getting the nutrients from the food, the energy from the food, and it's supplying your nutrient what it needs. So it's just
Okay.
not like, you know, suppressed, like getting what is it? Just like you know,
Fats and stuff like
Exactly,
that.
like-
As opposed to like when you're eating like a salad where you're having like all the greens and all the vegetables and all
And
that
it looks
stuff.
colorful.
Exactly. And you're getting all the nutrients from all the vegetables that you're getting, as opposed to just like eating
a hamburger.
a hamburger. You know
Got
what
it.
I'm saying? When
and you're
just
still hungry after the hamburger
Exactly. Or
because
just
your body is not.
chicken and french fries, you know, like you're not getting as much nutrients and your body is calling it, and then maybe like 2 hours later you're probably hungry because of, and look, people, I am no like
Look, we're not doctors or nutritionists or
You know?
whatever.
Yeah.
This is all just, you know.
Good
from
pointers.
research.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and we've seen it. Like
Yeah.
I've seen the difference between, you know, somebody that eats healthy versus somebody who doesn't.
Right.
You know, and their hair. I mean, you got to think like that hair is growing, you know, through the follicle.
Right.
Like everything that you're consuming in that body is delivering from that blood through the hair. So, you know, your hair is going to be a sign of what you eat.
Exactly. So, Chloe from Austin, you
Yeah.
know, we already gave you the knowledge,
Right.
You know, so yeah. But anyway, now we could get into the whatever
Yes,
portion.
fatherhood.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So
There's no rush. I was actually liking hair talk. I was really
You
good.
like it?
Yeah.
We can go back. We can go, talk about
nah,
some
we
more
can
hair.
carry on. We can carry on.
whatever. So
Yes.
why is fatherhood important to you? And no, wait. What is fatherhood to you, and why is it important to you?
Oh, okay. Okay. Father is a lifestyle. It's everything you do. So, for example, right now my son is with my mother right now. So for me, at the very moment, at the very time, if I'm gonna go out to eat, I need to check on my son and see if he ate for the day, right?
Right.
I'm about to go to the barbershop and get a cut. I need to check and see if he got a haircut, right? So it's just a matter of doing,
Right.
taking the time. It's a lifestyle. It's everything you do. And my father wasn't in my life. It was just something I knew what he didn't do and how it affected me and how I felt. And I didn't want my kid to feel that way.
See, that is like so important because, and I'm glad that you recognize that instead of like repeating the cycle.
It's very
Because
easy to do
it's-
that.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you don't know, so it's just like you do what you don't know.
Correct.
So I think that's awesome that you understood like your feelings around that, and you didn't like those feelings, so you wanted to change that, and you didn't want to feel, that to be a generational thing.
Agreed.
'Cause
Thank
so
you.
many fathers, like
It's a cop out.
yeah,
It's a cop out.
or they just don't know, or they don't even have the maybe.
But see, that's the thing about it, because you say you don't know, but you knew how it felt.
You knew how it felt.
You know what I'm saying?
Because
For
that's
me,
with everything.
That's with everything.
Yeah,
I
you knew how it
I didn't have
felt.
my parent, my father coming to my basketball practices or
Right.
coming to my games. I know how that felt, and I'm just like, nah. Like I don't want to. I don't want another. I don't want another person, or let alone my child, to feel that way. So
Right.
I'm gonna go to his basketball games. I'm gonna show up to his school and give him Krispy Kremes. I'm gonna, I'm gonna do those things. I'm gonna give him that time that he understands. Not now, because right now it's just like, come on, Dad, relax. And I'm like,
Right.
nah, I'm trying to prepare you, but I want you to be your own person. But I want to show I'm there.
Right.
You understand? And I knew how I felt not to be there.
Right.
So I think presence is everything.
Right.
It is.
Being a part of your child's life is everything.
Yeah.
And it's not just like, for fathers, it's
Mothers as well.
mothers and
Yeah.
fathers.
But that's how I learned from my mom.
Right.
For me, it was just like, well, my mother, before my mother had her first child, she didn't know what to do, right? She figured it out day by day. So when it took an opportunity for me to get, full time with my son, it was just like, I'm gonna figure it out. But I knew I had a support team. That was
Right.
big. That was big going into it, because I still need my weekends. You know what I
Right.
mean? I need some time for this daddy time.
Right.
So I was able to, work out, compromise with the mom, and we figured it out.
And you have yours full time, right?
Yes. So that was, co-parent is everything. Communication is everything. You need both parents.
Yeah.
You need both parents. But I seen an opportunity where I can be more of assistance, and I was just there. I just want to help her.
Yeah.
Right. Do you think that
Shout
if
out Q.
hey,
Yeah,
little
she's
man.
an amazing mom. She's cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the child mother. Yes.
So what if do you think that like would you take the same approach even if it was a daughter, like a girl,
Yes.
as
Yes.
like for full time custody?
Yeah, I'm all about. I can't sit there and tell you what you're doing is wrong, and what you should do, and what you could be doing if I'm not gonna step all the way. I don't feel. What is your purpose in saying that? And most men, it's easy to say, yeah, you should be home with my kid and you should be doing this, but what are you doing? Right? Yeah. So for me, with a daughter is now I get an opportunity to set the expectations. This is how a man's supposed to treat you. This is how a man's supposed to talk to you. Like becoming a father and a full-time dad for me was just like, it was a reality check to myself. It was more so time management, waking up 5:30 in the morning.
Welcome to the club.
30 minutes just woosah with myself, 6
Right.
o'clock, wake him up, out the door by 7 o'clock. Like it was like boom, 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 boom. And it just showed me like, all right, you know how to gain that time management. You know how to discipline your time, or discipline yourself. So despite whatever comes in the future, and he might go back to his mom or whatever the case may be, I know I can get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I could do my running in the morning. I can fix him breakfast. We can be out the door by myself. I've already installed that in myself.
Right.
So, you know, any father that's going through that similar situation with the child mother and feel like he can do better, by all means, just do it.
Yeah.
Right.
Just step up.
Right.
But absence is never the answer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now you just continue in a cycle.
Yeah.
I mean, you know how it felt. You know that, you know what I'm saying? It didn't feel right. It just was, it don't matter how much my mother tried to compensate.
Yeah.
Absolutely compensate for not having him around. I still, as a teenager, as an adult, was like still looking for that. Like
Right, somewhere.
But the good thing about myself early, I connected with certain figures, and it was enough to get me through.
Right.
So if I ain't had that father, I was able to get, my mother had a nice friend, and he became my godfather. And we created our own relationship. He was a provider. He showed me, he had a buffing business, how to be an entrepreneur, and from there it was just like, okay. So now I'm going to Queens every weekend to see my godfather, and I come back to reality with no father. I say, this is what a man looks like.
Right.
You understand? So
And that's so good that your
Yeah.
mother had that.
yeah, yeah. So even now, hindsight, now I'm a godfather to another kid. You understand? And now, when my godson come out here with my son, and for the summer sometime, now I'm installing him to be that same person to another kid,
Right.
and so on and so forth. So, it's pretty much that.
Yeah, man, it takes a village sometimes
Yeah.
too. Like,
Yeah.
like if you don't have that, then, and if you could do it, teach other kids. It takes a village. We all,
It does. It does.
we all in this together.
Yes,
Right.
it does. And I wanna shout out my friend, my close friend, Blue, childhood friend. He's definitely like a great, a great male figure to have my son around. With kids, sometimes they feel like they can't talk to their dads about certain things.
Right.
So for me, I had to position certain people in my kid life. So therefore, when those times came, he can speak to his
Yeah.
Uncle Blue.
Right.
I mean, he can
That's so
speak to his Uncle P. Appreciate it, P. And other
Hey,
figures.
Blue. Hey, Pete.
Yeah.
and then they know me enough that they're gonna give them the guidance that they need. That he
Right.
won't necessarily come to me and speak on the problems, the issues, whether it's sex, whether it's girls, whether it's anything. He got in trouble at school, jail. He can speak to his uncle, and I know he's gonna play both roles.
Right.
Right.
That's dope.
So you gotta
What
have
if-
that.
What if your child lived in a different state and you lived, far
Man.
from him?
Man, that's big. But I think about the fathers that are incarcerated, that only see their kids, once every blue moon. But they've that time that they have, they creating that relationship. So hoping that when he comes out, they have a foundation.
Right.
It's all about presence. It don't necessarily mean that you got to be in your kid's life every day, but
when you are, you need to make that time.
Yes.
Even if you are out of state, you still need to make that
correct.
time.
Whether it's you're about to go to school at 7:14 every morning 6:30.
Right. Get
I'm gonna
on the
speak to my
phone.
dad.
FaceTime.
I'm
Right.
a FaceTime.
Right.
Those type of stuff means a
Yeah,
lot.
because now you have FaceTime. Now,
Absolutely.
electronics brings you
Exactly.
closer to people who are like
Far
farther
away. Yeah.
So that's good.
Yes,
Like,
absolutely.
even
So
if
it's no
the person-
excuse out
right.
here.
No excuses.
Hello.
It's no excuses.
Hello, somebody.
Right. It's a lot of somebodies,
Right.
like it's no excuse.
Yeah, there's always some sort of like, oh well, I live, far away, or my baby mom is a mess. Like,
Or I got multiple kids. That's fine. Well, you made those kids and you
Right.
need to
Yes.
see about all of them. Like that's not their fault,
Absolutely.
So you can't
That
take
was
it
big
out.
for me. That was big for me. It was, and I always looked at this from day one. The kid never asked to be here.
Right.
Never.
Never.
So for me growing up, I'm like, yo, why am I being treated like this? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, I ain't asked to be here. And then when I became a father, it's like, he ain't asked to be here. So we'll have this conversation. And she'll
Right.
vouch. So listen, if you win, he wins. If I win, he wins. So let's not make this harder than it need to be.
Yeah.
right.
I mean, the overall goal is for our kid to win.
Exactly.
Right? Let's not make these next couple years, these up until he's 21, a horrible experience.
And I think that, a lot of fathers feel like maybe, if they haven't been adequate along the way at a certain time, like, well, shit, they 15 now, it's too late. Like, no,
Never too
like
late.
it's never too late.
late.
Like, go ahead and try to start that
It's never too
relationship
late.
now.
But it is hard to start that relationship
It's
after.
it's
I agree.
definitely harder, but
I
it's
agree.
better
You know,
than
like
none.
it's hard, like especially like don't come looking for me when I'm like 18 and I'm a professional basketball player, like, or whatever, and I'm successful. Like, it's hard to kind of build that relationship when you weren't there, and you weren't there my most precious years when I needed you the most.
Yes. And
Yeah.
I agree. But to her, to her defense, sometimes better than no time.
I get it.
It
but
was
it's hard.
till I was 27, in my 20s, where I actually seen the inside of my father's house, right? So I went through life just wanting to be just accepted. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But now, I'm in my 20s and I'm able to sit down and go in his house. Is just like, okay, yeah, man, like I'm a man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Now you can see, like, he had his own struggles, like,
That's just it. You know what I'm saying?
growing.
It's true.
But it helped me, so now following that, my father's from Honduras. Now we go to Honduras. We went to Honduras together,
Oh, that's dope.
right? And while we there now,
But do you think that you had to get out of your own way in order to embrace that?
you have no choice.
Yeah.
The
I think
parents
it
is
makes
so
you who you are, too.
the parents so they so them, right? They're not gonna change. My pop's 86, so me waiting on him to change this is not gonna happen. You understand? I just had to sit there, and I seen the opportunity, and I made the initiative, and he replied, and that reply.
So
turned
you
into,
initiated the.
Absolutely.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely. I was on a journey. To figure. I needed questions. I needed answers, and I just was like, "Yo,
Like, what happened?
I had questions and
answers.
answers.
Let me see. Like, listen. Like,
yeah." It was a hard
wanna
conversation,
know.
but it was a conversation that needed to be had. But I would never downplay my godfather too. My godfather was a big role in my life. R.I.P. Eddie, and it was just for him showing me that. It was just like, okay. So when I became a man, now it's just like, you can't put this on me. You can't put this pressure on me when you're not even doing the same. You're not being this man, this father. But it's okay. That's lost
Right.
time. We can't that's the past.
it's the past. You can't,
Right now, you're
Yeah.
86. I don't know how long you're gonna be here. And I want my son to know his grandfather. I never had a grandfather.
Right.
You understand? So let's create it now.
Exactly.
And I didn't say it in those words. It was just more so of,
What you did.
what my actions.
Yeah.
Cool, we going to Honduras. I want to go.
That's dope.
Because, I mean, all you have is now. People, like
That's it.
the past is what we did in the past.
No one cares.
And then, too, like,
It shapes you, but you
It does.
take that, like, and you move on from it.
Right.
Yes.
And you move on.
And you have
That's
to
it.
realize that, everybody is on their own little journey. So,
That's it.
like, that was them at that time doing the best that they could at that time.
Right.
Agree.
So whatever he was going through, for whatever reason, it's
Yeah.
unfortunate that he
It's
was not
unfortunate.
there, but he was.
And some people may never grow. That's another thing. Within, with themselves, they got to look at themselves in the mirror and be like, okay, well, damn, I missed this part of my child's life, or I'm doing this wrong. Some people just stay stuck in their ways and
Yeah.
never grow from that.
Right.
So we are humans. So as
Yes.
a parent, like, I feel like I'm learning every day. Like, I pray to be a better mother, a better daughter, a better girlfriend, a better
friend,
sister, a better
brother.
friend,
Yes, all that.
all every day, all day, because it's important to who
Guidance.
I am as a
Right.
person.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. You have personal integrity.
Right. And so, like, whatever that may be,
But
like,
you gotta have it too.
right,
You gotta
want it.
You gotta have it
Yeah.
and want it. Absolutely.
You
Right.
gotta want to do better.
You gotta want to do it better.
Right.
That's just point.
So
blank,
just
period.
like with my son, like, I'm always striving to be better. How I can serve him, because he didn't ask to be in this world.
Agree.
And I am flawed, just like any other human being.
Right.
Like, I know sometimes I may be wrong in conversations that like, I'm upset, a bad
Yeah.
day you may be having.
Yeah.
You
curse,
frustrated.
But
you curse
it's
them-
no handbook for it though.
Yeah.
No.
There's no handbook. So I pride myself on my mother and those women, friends that I have, that are just single mothers that is doing it.
Yeah,
That
it's
was
hard.
just yeah,
Oh,
and
Lord.
you know
You
when I
gotta
put
on both.
absolutely,
Man.
absolutely, there's so
Both
many roles
roles.
you got to play as a
Yeah.
mother. I mean, and me being a dad and doing the same thing is just like wow, I become like almost like a soccer mom.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Like-
ain't feeling
like
like
you-
it,
you
but
see now,
you know,
right?
yeah, it definitely feels like, and I just say, damn, it's like a routine, like every day, like okay, cool, and you just, you know, it helps me because I don't have as much playtime to, you know, BS off and stuff like that, but it's definitely it's a 24-hour
And it helps,
job.
and it helps you value other, you know, like women. It makes you value, you know, just the job itself.
It does, but you
know?
gotta have that value yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So just like we said, you gotta want it. You gotta have that value. You gotta say, listen, this is who I am. I'm a single mother. I'm doing this. If you're gonna mess with me, you gotta know, you know, what comes with that. And as we said earlier, they representative. If you show that up front, you're gonna scare a lot of guys off. But what you're not gonna scare off is that guy to say, you know what? All right, let's get it.
Yeah,
I ain't got no
let's do
problem
this.
with that.
And that's fine. You want to scare them off
Right.
if
You
they
want
don't want
to
to deal with it.
You want to
that's
scare off
fine.
the ones that's not worth your time anyway.
Anyway,
You know what I mean? So
yeah, you ain't about this life. That's cool. Keep it moving.
Peace.
So we're gonna pivot to, you know, like some of the events that you are doing
Yes.
with it, because Daria was telling me some of the events that you do with, you know,
Yes.
kids.
Coming.
Yes, yes.
coming
For
up
Father's
and
Day.
yes, I got one this Sunday. Father's Day event, Father's Day flag football. We're gonna be at the West End historical area, 551 Culbertson Street, and I'm asking for just stand-up fathers to come out, not really baby daddies.
Right.
I mean, fathers. I'd
You
rather
should come. So.
10 fathers than.
No, not you, but you and Chris.
I'm saying I want women to be there too. I want women to coach on it, you know, they
How
man as
old
they
is
playing
that?
football.
How old you said? Did you? Say
The event is from 2 to 5. My son
The
is
ages?
7.
Okay.
So I normally have kids as young as 2, 3.
Oh, really?
Yeah, all the
Okay.
way up to about 12. Is
Oh,
normally where the
that's
cutoff at.
cute.
So we just did a Easter egg
We
hunt
should do that.
for Easter. It was pretty cool. It rained at the last minute, so the boys and girls allow us to use their vicinity. We had a bouncy house. We had a DJ. We had food. We had hundreds of eggs. And it was just a vibe.
Right.
And that even, you know, I've been doing these events going on 3 years now. And, you know, every year we do it, I see we're growing.
And it's catered to fathers.
It's catered to fathers.
I love that.
It's
Yeah.
catered to fathers. As I
But
said,
he
I'm-
does like overall, you know, like events, not necessarily just for fathers, but
No,
more
absolutely.
So,
So yeah, so the Easter egg hunt, we do the Father's Day flag football was something new.
Okay.
That was presented to me by actually my partner now, Sean. He works at the Y.
Okay.
He's good in the community, and he seen what I was doing, and he was following, and he was just like, yeah, I wanna be involved.
Right.
And he just started talking about, different events and talk about, flag football. And it's like, most of my events are surrounded by single mothers, with their kids. They bring their kids out Easter egg hunt, screen on the green with the big projector
Oh,
and
yeah,
kids and,
screen on the green,
things like
yeah.
that. So I don't really, my audience is not fathers. And it was just like, wow, like, nah. Because all I know is, fathers that's on their job.
Right.
My guy Rome, my guy Chris, Woogs, Sis, Blues, Sean. I can go on and on. So for me, it was just like, why not?
Right.
Why not?
Like I
Like-
know, like you surrounded by all these.
I'm
fathers
surrounded
doing
by
their
that. So
thing,
even people look at me and like, oh, you're doing an amazing job. I'm like, nah, I'm just doing what was being reciprocated amongst my peers.
Right.
They're doing it, and I say, all right, cool. Let's do it then. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Let's continue. Because, we're never going to get as much credit as the deadbeats. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. But
Right.
as we said earlier, you start somewhere and you just do it.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
just play your role. Throughout life as in this journey, I just see we all got a role.
I think it's
And that's
changing
that.
too. I think like a lot of even the younger generation, like
Are
it's a lot. Like I'm
You
seeing
seeing
a
it
lot
more.
of stand up. Like they have this whole song that I heard on the radio, like "Black Men Don't Cheat" and all of this stuff. I think it's like, kind of changing that people kind
Even
of want to
artists.
do right. Like
Even
people
artists.
just want to like.
Yeah, and men don't get like
Like-
Father's Day doesn't get as much recognition as Mother's Day does, which sucks in the sense, but you know, like we gotta change that. And
Well, I don't
make it
think we
more-
need it. You know, for me, it's just we don't need recognition for things we already do,
Right.
regardless.
Right,
Right,
right. But
you're
no,
supposed
you
to
know,
do that.
people make it more so like, oh, Mother's Day is coming up. Like, you got, you know, men taking out the mothers, and it's more so
Yes.
about mothers as opposed to like, let's do something with the fathers, because
Well,
the
the fathers-
fathers have to deal with our bullshit too.
Absolutely. And
Fathers
you need
are
both
imp-
parents.
You need both
Yeah.
parents.
You need both parents.
man.
I don't
Yeah.
care.
You need
like,
a male's
you know,
perspective and
all the time.
All the
yeah,
time.
You
and
need
a
that
woman.
balance.
It
That
takes two
balance.
to create a child.
It
So it
does.
takes two to
raise a child.
To raise a child.
Absolutely. You just need that balance.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, just need that balance, and I'm big on that. So, you know, with being a father and a primary father at this point, you know, we compromise on everything because I never want, you know, I want him to have that balance.
Right.
It's certain things as a man we want to rough our kids up, but you know, sometimes he just need a hug from his mother.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
need that
I mean,
nurturing.
he need that nurturing, and you need both. You need a little
Right.
ruckus, and you need a little nurturing.
Yin
You
and
need
yang.
you need that. So, for me, I think it's highly important that you have both parents, and y'all
Right.
figure it out. Y'all coming to a common ground. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? We were able to come to a common ground. And
I
it's
think
not.
that is so important with co-parenting. Like,
co-parenting,
you know,
yeah, like putting your pride aside and just like being like,
let me see
you
what he
know.
says. Let me think, you know, let me,
Yeah.
you know, get his opinion.
Let me get out my
Communication is
feelings.
Let me get out of my
everything. Communication is
It is
everything.
everything.
Communication is everything. Communication. I swear to you, it is.
It
Yeah.
is.
I swear to you, it is. It's just
is.
it's so simple, but it's so hard. You know what I'm saying? All right, we got an event coming up. Cool. We might not be able to do this. All right, so listen, I got something coming up. I just want to throw it in your ear in case I'm not able to alter my plans. What you think about this? You know what I
Right.
mean, just that alone right there will have her in her head like, all right, well, he did say this. Well, maybe I could take the pressure off him.
Right.
Because you know what? I'm going out with my girls next week to DR, and I'm gonna need you. And
Exactly.
I'm saying you compromise, and you just figure it out. It's just that simple.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
Yeah, you don't have to be, you know, so regimented, you know, like and strict all the time.
Nah.
You know? And I think it's, you know, like I think it's better that way because it just takes that pressure off, you know, like if you're not getting along and it's just so like,
Then you
oh,
gotta
by
go
the
through
book.
court
Oh
and
my
all that.
God, and gotta go and so next year, you know, Christmas is over with you. Oh damn, so then my family was coming in and now, you know what I mean? It's just hard
Yeah.
to be like that.
and the
it's
only
so
person that
things-
suffers is the child.
It's the
no one
child,
else.
you know.
That's
and
the
if
overall
you two
goal.
were just getting along.
that's our goal. Absolutely.
know?
You know, early on, you know, I might have been doing too much because I just wanted him to see I wanted him to see that him and his mother and I can really function together.
Right, and that's
Like,
important too for the
that's-
kids to
the
see
kids to
that,
see it.
and not to see just you know.
Even if
this,
it doesn't
like,
work out.
angst.
Yeah.
Yeah, even if it doesn't work out romantically, still you
Yeah,
guys
you
have.
still got to show that.
Yeah, you
you
still
know?
have a child that you guys created, you know. So to see that for your son to see his parents getting along.
Yeah,
he
putting your
needs to
pride
see that,
aside
you
and,
know?
and working through it, you know?
Yes.
Because overall, you know, things happen in life and we're all
Right.
flawed
Mhm.
humans.
And we're teaching our children, okay, well, hey, this didn't work out, but we can still communicate and still
Correct.
operate like adults
Correct.
and be, you know, cool with each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Correct.
You know, even when things didn't work out in one way, it's still
And you're showing the kid indirectly.
right.
You understand? To get along.
That's the
You
best
know?
way.
That's the best way is through your actions. So,
Right.
you know, Chan knows when you go to his mother, you got a whole set of rules over there. When you come home, we got our own set of rules over here.
Do you?
So do you do that though?
What's
Because
that?
that's always a good question, right?
Yes.
Like, do you like so for instance, like over his mom's house, like she may be like, okay, well, no, the TV goes off at 9:00, and then over your house, the TV goes off at like maybe 11:00. Like, how do you deal with those like two different things in co-parents?
Well, then again, that's coming down to communication.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, each home has their household rules. Just like when you go to your cousin's house, you know, when you go to your aunt's house, you know, everybody got their rules. So
Right.
For him, he knows, you know, we kind of got a well-rounded, you know, playbook in regarding to, you know, Monday through Friday, 9:00. On the weekends, probably be 11, 10:30, doesn't matter. Just let him be a kid.
Yeah.
And I know for me, I'm routine. like this. So on the weekend, when he go to his mother, he just want to let down. You know what I'm saying? He don't even want to talk to me on the phone. You know what I mean? I can't even get him on the phone.
Right.
He just want to chill. He want to be on his laptop. He want to be on his computer. He want to be on YouTube. He just want to be a boy. And I just gotta say, all right, cool. That's the balance he needs.
Right.
You know what I mean? But when you come home Sunday evening,
Right.
getting
We
ready
back
for Monday,
we back into
right. You know what I mean?
Right.
Get those clothes out. Get your stuff ready for the morning, because I want the morning to be smooth. When it's not smooth, I'm frustrated. When I'm frustrated, then you're aggravated.
Yeah.
When you're aggravated, it's just, you know what I'm saying?
Boy, preach.
You know what? And that's a good thing too, because like I'm glad you did say that, because that is a good thing too. Like we don't have to have the same thing. Maybe, over, because I know like even with my girls, when they go over to their dad's house, like he used to have a routine with them where like when they go out, when a new movie comes, like he's the movie guy. Like they're always going to see the movies, So I just like let them have that and not be in my feelings like, oh, he took them to the new movie. I wanted to go see. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, let them have
And go by your damn self.
Right. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So that's good that, it doesn't have to be exactly the same. It could be, one parent, that's what y'all do.
Yeah, that's your thing.
That's
Yeah.
your thing.
I mean, that's your thing. Like me, my thing is going bowling,
Right.
Taco Tuesdays. Taco Tuesdays, since I had met a person, I had met this girl I was talking to years ago, and she was telling me that her and her kid just eat tacos on Tuesdays, and I just thought that was so cool, because it was something, it was something put in place to they always have that time together.
Right.
Right.
And for me, I was just like, tacos is easy. You know what I mean? It's not easy. You know what I mean? Tacos, all right, cool.
Yeah.
And I just started making tacos, and then we'd just go to different restaurants that serve tacos, and then, and we make that day like a bowling day as well. So for us, bowling is our thing, but the mother and him might have the movies. That's their thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Not saying if I wanted to see a movie and I know that's their thing, I can't say, hey, I want to take them to see this movie, but how about you come with us? I mean, it's just, you figure it out. It's, you just day by day.
How about
just
when
figure
it's
it out.
like the child is grounded? Like, are the same
I think that's all
rules?
around. I think that should be all around, because it shows that you support each other.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're on the
I
same
agree.
page.
I
You sound
agree
we're
with
on the
that
same
too.
page.
Right.
Yeah.
So for that, if he left his homework at school Friday, because my son do that, Chandler, I would sit there and tell his mother, like, nah, he left his homework at school, so he has no homework this weekend. I don't think he should boom, boom, boom. Now, at the end of the day, it's your house now. You know
Right.
what I
Like
mean?
I can't like be over there looking
I
through the
can't be over there
window
looking over
like
it. I'm saying, but it's for you to back up what I'm saying, because guess what? It's going to come a time, vice versa.
Exactly.
And we got to show that. Because if
Yeah.
not, kids will manipulate.
They do.
I mean, I
They,
did.
let me tell you, they will play both parents. They will go
Absolutely.
to where it's the less resistant house.
Correct.
Listen,
or
my
less
son spends a lot of time, like, because my mother helps me. My mother lives out here, so he
Absolutely.
spends.
Shout out to grandma.
Yes, shout
Exactly.
out to my
Shout out to
mother.
Yeah, the
grandma.
mothers,
Yes,
man.
I
yes.
love you.
Hey, mommy.
Absolutely.
She's more, obviously she's the grandma, so she's gonna let, and I tell her, look,
Man,
I tell her, Mom.
they ain't listening.
No,
They ain't
no,
listening.
I tell her, I know she probably won't listen all the way, but I tell her he can't go over there if he can't, if you're gonna let him do X, Y, and Z. Especially if
I'm the grandma.
No,
You're my kid.
no.
I mean, they do
can't-
that though.
Well,
I told her
And
that
I told
they
you,
do
my
that.
mother.
I told her
Listen,
that.
My
They do
mother?
that.
He can't go over there then.
That's your choice.
Let me tell you,
She gonna be
No,
like,
listen,
ice
my
cream?
son recently for the test, like the big, what do you call them?
Milestones,
The
yeah.
milestones.
Yes.
No, he did. Boop, doop, doop, doop. Picked any answer,
Yeah.
failed
Okay.
miserably.
Yes.
Obviously, he had to take it over again.
Yes.
Like he was so close to having to go into summer school.
Yes.
And to me, that's bullshit. I can accept you.
Trying and not passing, but you
Exactly,
just really just
but
gave
you just
up.
bullshit
Yeah.
yourself. So
Okay.
that's it. You can't do nothing. We all was on him, and my
Yes.
mother was in sync with what I said.
But
No, she was in sync.
great, good job. You broke the code.
I did.
I don't know how you break that. My mother not hearing it.
But I was, because I was strong on my mother.
Yeah, and you got to. Because they still
Because-
look at us as kids. And
Yeah.
I'm like, Mom, I'm a whole father right now.
Yeah.
I'm old dad. Like, relax.
That's my grandbaby.
But
Yeah, that's my
he took the test and he passed that
The
shit
second time.
the second time.
Sweet. Congratulations. My little guy right
But
there.
imagine if I wouldn't have been like strong on him, and my mother wouldn't, and everybody wouldn't have been, because it takes a village.
Yeah.
You know, like if you fucking up, you gotta know, because kids are manipulators. They know
are.
how to manipulate
Yeah,
you.
they
into
know how
anything.
to. No, they go to the path of the less resistant.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'd be like, well, over daddies, we did. I'd be like, oh, you do? Oh, okay. Doop, 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 doop. Yeah, your dad said that's not true.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I don't even know why y'all do that. Like,
Exactly.
y'all not gonna go and talk to him?
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Like there's no
But
communication.
they don't. But if they don't see that relationship, or see y'all communicate, they just think they can play y'all against
Yeah.
each other,
Yeah.
and that's normally where it happens at. You know, my father wasn't in sync with my mother. My mother wasn't in sync with my stepdad. So I was
Right.
able to just okay, I need these
Okay.
Jordans.
Right.
I need a T-shirt. That's it. So all right, cool.
going,
It's
let me see.
$120.
Right.
Who can
My
I?
pops is being
right.
cheap, so he probably gonna give me a lesson about $40.
Right.
Mom, single mother, she doing it, so she probably gonna give me another $40,
Right.
80, 160. All right, dad, go to my stepdad. What you
Right.
need help with? Cause I want these sneakers. I need $80. I need $100 actually. You know what I mean? So even if I
over.
fall,
You over.
even if I'm over, so even if I fall in there, oh, we got a Jordans and a white
Right.
T-shirt, and I'm good to
Right.
go.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what I mean?
it.
That's pretty
Kids
much
be doing that
it. So
stuff,
I
too.
noticed with my kid, he's my kid. He does it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a lot of women. So when we, around the holidays, I tell them do something, and they're looking like you being too hard. He's looking like he's over here with his mother, his aunt, his grandma, and they teaming up on me. I
Right.
say, okay, I see what you're doing here.
Right.
It's cool. You know where you live, right?
Right.
Right. You
Okay.
gonna come home.
You gotta come home. But today you
Exactly.
got it. All right.
That's
the
funny.
holidays, I know you off limits. Got
Right.
it. Yeah.
Well, shout out to all the fathers doing their
All the
thing.
fathers, yes.
But
No.
wait,
Shout out all my guys.
one last question, right? So let's say your son's mother
Yes.
is in a relationship, right?
Yes.
And then her baby, her boyfriend,
Her boyfriend.
Right.
takes your son to the barbershop.
Yes.
How would you feel about that? Like, do you feel like any type of way?
Yeah, of course. But it's communication. I don't even think that guy should be able to take my son to the barbershop without conversing with myself first. You know what I mean? I think
So
we
you
should
would
have
want him
that.
to ask you.
I would want that open relationship. If you want to be around my kid, I need to know who you are.
Right.
I mean, and I give that same respect to my lady. You know what I mean? If I'm my child mother is to, if my son is gonna be around my lady, I need to know, I need to
Right.
introduce the two. I
Right.
need to feel comfortable.
Right.
You understand? Because I know what I want. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, that's just uncomfortable. Just, I seen somebody coming, out of nowhere saying, I seen your son at the barbershop with some dude. Who that? I'm
Right.
looking like, yo, what you talking about? You know what I
Right.
mean? Now,
Right.
when I talk to my child mother, I'm not coming as calm as I once would have.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm looking like, you got me fucked up. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I got all these different emotions, but the communication part of it is just having that conversation. Hey, this is my boyfriend right now, looking like this. We're moving this direction. He gonna be around. Know what I mean? Shannon's gonna be over here.
But
Let me tell
certain
you, it
people,
happens so much. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
listen, there's so many different, like we have clients that,
Yes.
at the salon, they come in the salon
Yep.
and they'll bring,
Salon talk.
yeah,
Yeah.
not salon talk, but they'll bring their
Eyebrow talk.
Their stepfather.
Jeez.
We gonna get into that.
Whoa. I'm listening. I'm sorry. I had to see this over here. Damn it.
That's not calling you out.
That's
We
our
got
client over
great
here.
bullshit out there. It's just some crazy stuff that they be doing. But anyway,
Yes,
to bring it
yes.
back, yeah, we be having
we have a client,
Yes.
we have a few clients that they bring in their stepdaughters
Yes.
and they'll do their hair and the mother will not agree. But the little
sometimes
girl
won't even know.
Won't even
because,
know.
Like they don't want the stepmom or the girlfriend to do the hair. Like
Yeah.
it's a thing. Like
don't do my daughter's hair.
Don't do my
that's
daughter's
a whole
hair.
nother topic, but
right.
So
It's
the
a whole nother
mothers-
topic because I
so
used to be in
reiterate
my
that.
feelings about that shit too. So I understand. But
So reiterate that. What?
so let's say you have a daughter.
Yes.
Or you have a daughter and your girlfriend, your daughter comes over to stay and your girlfriend wants to do her hair.
Correct.
And take her to, or either take her to
Correct.
the salon or
Yes.
whatever, and your baby mom gets upset, like, don't do my daughter's hair.
like I don't want that woman
touching my
daughter's
daughter's
hair.
That's cool.
Would
So you would agree to
That's
not
cool.
letting the girlfriend touch the
Yeah,
daughter's
that's cool. That's
Okay.
cool. Guess what?
Nah.
Some men be like,
Listen,
whatever,
check
I
this
don't care
out.
what you saying. My lady gonna do it.
No, listen. You want to spend
That's
money?
happened to me.
You want to spend your money there? When my girlfriend
Well,
is openly.
no, but let's just say she's young, like she's 5 years old and she doesn't know how to do her hair, and you don't obviously know how to do hair, but your girlfriend does.
Yes.
You know, do you let your daughter walk around like she looks crazy because your baby mom is out of her fucking mind?
No, you don't. And
Right.
when you put it that way, I guess.
It's kind of both sides because
It
I've
is.
been on the opposite side of it too. You know what I mean?
I
and
get
you're
it.
on the opposite side of it now.
I am.
You know,
Yeah.
and it's just like, you know, I get both sides of it. You know, but I mean, at the end of the day, it just needs to be communication,
Right.
And
it's
people need
so
to
like
be-
let's just say like if you know I braided her hair too tight, there should be some sort of communication. Okay, well, you braided my daughter's hair too tight. Maybe don't braid it as tight next time, you know, because she was complaining about it. But, oh, don't do my daughter's hair.
Right.
You're in your feelings.
Yeah,
You're
'cause
truly
women-
in your feelings
yeah.
because you're breaking that bond between your daughter, that bond that you have with your daughter. And I get that. Like, I'm not trying to interfere and be your
Yeah.
but, you know,
Well,
listen,
that's
your
where-
daughter is walking around with me.
Again, correct. That's why I think it's.
Baby girl.
You know, it's yeah. That's a touchy one because, like she said, I think it's both. Based on now that you're saying that, because there's no way I'm gonna have my child just look a certain way when I
Right.
go out. So I understand that, but you have to be conscious of the mother,
Of
and
course.
her role, as well as I'm gonna be conscious of my
But it's
girlfriend's
all-
role.
it's
My
all
girlfriend
about-
has a role. Everybody has a role here.
Yeah.
It's all about your feelings, though, at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
Because if your son has to go, you're not going to say, don't take my son to the barbershop because that's what it's all about. You trying to, that man is probably interfering with that bond that you have with your son. That's all it is. It's about a feeling at the end of the day. Soy.
I get that, but like,
You gotta say that
I
but
think
on
that
there.
the adults need to
Communicate.
You know what I'm saying? Like everybody got to be
Absolutely.
on the same page. You can't be in your damn feelings about, you know,
No.
the
But what
girlfriend or the girlfriend can't be in the feelings about, you know,
There's
the baby
boundaries.
mom.
There's boundaries. Like
Or-
obviously, like I'm not gonna cut your daughter's hair, and I'm not gonna,
Right.
you know, that's
Yeah.
that's different. But let's say like I gotta comb it down, and she spends the night, and she gotta go to school the next morning.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Well, I understand, and
such a touchy subject.
it's very touchy,
It's
but
such a touchy
if
subject.
placed in that situation, I would definitely let my lady do my daughter's hair, and I will just have to take what comes with that,
Right.
you know. But I'm not going to it. Hey, I'm the dad. This is my daughter. I can do it. You know, I'm gonna have that conversation. You know what I
Like,
mean?
yeah,
this
like,
my
listen,
girl.
hold
She ain't
on.
going nowhere. She's around right now.
Right.
This is a situation. You know what I'm saying? We
Right.
are going to dinner. You know what I mean,
And her hair look a mess.
Her hair looking crazy right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
You know what I mean?
children's hair look crazy all
That's
the
what
time.
they do.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I would have that conversation, but me per se, I look into the future of things. So
Right.
I'm gonna catch it before it escalates the hair.
Right.
I'm gonna catch the ground.
You're going to
rules.
nip it in the bud.
I'm gonna nip it in the
beginning.
butt as quickly
And
as
have that good conversation. Listen, look, ain't nobody trying to break that bond, or
Right. She ain't trying
ain't
to
nobody
be
step on your toes.
Right, right.
So what you do now is you create the expectations of her. When you send her here with her hair done. 'Cause
Yeah.
if not, I'm gonna do this.
Right.
Right.
Know what I mean? Send my son here with clothes, you know, with sneakers, presentable stuff. Know what I mean?
Right.
So therefore, when we go out, we good.
Yeah.
Know what I mean? Don't, you know what I'm saying?
Unless she trifling and then you like send the baby
Send her
over
clothes
there
and
with,
coming back with nothing.
right,
Yeah.
or that,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
send the baby with
Been
the
there.
hair done and then she take it out because she want to be, you know.
Right.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Anyway.
All right. Well, that's a whole nother
Right,
topic,
that's a whole
guys.
other topic. But anyway, yes.
Let's get into we calling you out.
Okay, who we calling out today?
Oh Lord,
What is
the
this?
girl with the bad eyebrows.
What? I did that on there. Oh my God.
It caught his eye
You
from
have to
like.
embrace her.
Right.
Right? She got to wear it with confidence.
But look, right, there you go. Wearing it
Right.
with confidence, right?
Right?
She looked like it. Look at that face
So
she's
what
making.
would you say about this girl
Man.
right here? Did she come in?
Said,
Will you
baby, you're beautiful.
Stop lying.
Yes.
You would not.
Man, you're beautiful, baby. But there's a but there, and that's what I was talking about the Steve Harvey show. He was putting in, you know, how to let them know without letting
delivery,
them know.
the
Because it's all about the delivery.
Right.
Right? I can't even say, yo, that shit busted, baby. You know what I mean? Like, what's going on?
Yo,
Like, you okay?
Erase some shits.
You know what I mean? Like, it's so much you can
Wash
say
your face
negative.
off.
Right.
And she can just walk around like, oh my gosh, like, why did you say that? And it creates a whole other mood.
So what would you tell
I
her?
don't know. That's what I'm trying to think. Like, man, y'all gotta see this over here. Like,
Yeah.
Don't
Like,
Y'all
do
gotta
that
stop
shit.
doing this. Like with the eyebrows and stuff. Like
yes, it's almost painted on. So,
exactly. It's like Beijing or some shit on
Yes.
it. Like and with the square, like the girls, they be doing like the square.
Nah, but her
thing right
her
here.
shits is like all like right on her face,
Man.
like from what like
It's almost like a mustache.
exactly,
It is.
It's.
Yo,
she-
y'all gotta stop.
It's almost
doing
like
that.
a unibrow.
exactly.
I'm trying to
Like,
now. I'm
there's
trying to
not
explain this
even-
for them. 'Cause I need
Eyebrows
them
are supposed to
understand.
start like right
Right
over
over
here.
there. You gotta
She
do
started
the-
like right where the
And they damn
bone
near go
is.
to her
Yeah.
ears. I mean,
Right.
like,
May as well.
man,
Yeah.
but look at her pose though.
Yeah,
Her
like
pose, is she wearing that shit with confidence?
yes,
she's wearing-
yes,
So-
she's doing her
And the
thing.
hair is
Let me
like,
look. Wait, where did I go? Look.
And it,
Like she got, she don't only have one picture. She has about 4, 5.
Five.
I mean, so she
so
felt
she took
confident
different
enough
angles and
to
everything.
get the angles. Like, I'm about to kill them on
but we
social
gonna
media.
we gonna tell her stop doing
Stop
that
doing
shit.
that shit. And the hair, stop like I don't know what's going on.
Her shit is pushed back.
There's a lot of space.
First of all,
It's a lot of space between her eyebrows and her
Right.
hairline.
so let's talk about hair health here for a minute.
Yes.
You shouldn't be wearing
a protective style.
Right.
You're not a candidate for a protective style.
we can tell.
Stop
'cause
doing
you ain't
that
got no
shit.
edges.
Right.
None.
So please stop doing that shit. From hair and whatever.
Exactly. Well, it's been a pleasure. Thank you
Yes,
for
I
coming
appreciate y'all for
on.
having me.
Yes.
Again, Father's Sunday, June
I
16th.
gotta talk first about this.
The historical West End area. We got a Father's Day flag football. Everyone is welcome. We're gonna have a DJ. We're gonna have music. We're gonna
have some
a DJ,
food?
of course. We're gonna have food. Yes.
Yeah,
Lots of
okay, we
food.
coming.
We coming.
Bouncy house. I got some pom poms for the women too.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Just because I
really?
feel
That's
like
gonna be
you're
so
gonna be there, so
cute.
it's like, why
Maybe
not?
we should.
But
Yeah,
only want
too.
D-League dads.
Bring Alan.
I don't need
I
no
am
one
coming.
showing me
You
out.
gonna go?
Yeah.
Are you hearing this? Like only D-League dads. I don't want no one showing me out in front of my kids. So, I don't want no professionals.
Where they coming out and they really
They
throwing
really
it
throwing
right.
it
They
for, but
throwing
no.
it right,
You know what I
right?
mean? Like no. I just want fathers in the community. That's,
Just a good time.
Just a good time and a good vibe. Just really.
Yeah.
I just want to create
And
that
you're
family
doing
environment.
like events like this all year round.
All throughout the year. So yes, if y'all want to follow me at I am _ Charles J, as well as I love PE.
Yeah, give them all your
I
handles.
_ love PE. And it'll just keep y'all updated on what's going on with myself and the team.
We love it.
Yes, I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all got a
Thanks.
great platform here.
Aw, thanks.
I learned a lot about hair tips today. I mean, so
And it wasn't too painful, right?
Nah, it wasn't. It wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't. It
'Cause we
wasn't.
want to have more men on the show.
It
Yeah.
wasn't. It wasn't.
Just
Yeah.
to get it from a man's
male's
perspective.
It's
yeah.
balance. Balance.
Yeah.
Have a balanced show. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's cool. Just
My
always
next
have a
guest
male
is gonna.
perspective.
I'm trying to get Christian Johnson.
Yes, we trying to pump him up.
Yeah, to come on the show.
CJ's 422.
We're going to get Christian on there.
Yes.
All the 422 birthdays out here.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Taurus gang.
Right.
All right. Well, y'all know where to follow us. Where can they follow us, Soy?
They can follow us on SoundCloud. We're on iTunes podcast and YouTube and Instagram at Hearing Whatever
Podcast. Yeah.
Nice.
Thanks for watching.
Peace.
Peace.